What is going on, you savages? Welcome back to the channel, and what I got for you guys today is an extra top 10 for WWE 2K18. Now the Sunday's WWE 2K18 series is not going anywhere. This is just an extra episode before we actually get into this Sunday's top 10. As you guys know, I started this top 10 series last Sunday and you guys showed a massive support on it. So we obviously gonna keep it going. I just wanted to give you guys an extra top 10 this week. So make sure that you guys smash that like button if you guys appreciate that. On today's top 10, since the roster reveal was yesterday and it was finalized, we got 172 superstar confirmed for the game. We're gonna go over top 10 superstars that were included in WWE 2K17 but are removed from WWE 2K18. I will also be giving you guys an actual reason up to why they didn't make it to this year's game. The top 10 is not necessarily in any particular order, because following the top 10 we are also gonna be discussing other legends and managers that also didn't make it to the game. Basically everyone that made it to WWE 2K17 but were removed for WWE 2K18. So without further ado, let's get right to it. At number 10, we're gonna start off with a shocker, because I was extremely surprised that Vince McMahon, out of everybody, was not announced in the roster reveal. It is very confusing considering that last year he was one of the first superstars that were actually revealed, even before the roster reveal started. Not sure what's up with this, but I'm hoping that he makes it in some type of way, maybe as a manager. Again, in regards to manager, we would discuss that at the end. At number 9, we got All Red Everything Eva Marie, and it does make sense that she is not in the game because she was released by the WWE on August 4th, 2017. So without her having a WWE contract, the WWE usually opt out to put them in the game. At number 8, we got Jack Swagger, who was released by the WWE a little bit earlier on this year on March 1st, so the chances of him making it were even slimmer. At number 7, we got Simon Gotch, who was released by the WWE on April 4th, 2017. At number 6, we got Alberto Del Rio, who was released by the WWE on September 9, 2016. The Alberto situation is actually very funny because he was on 2K17, then he wasn't on WWE 2K16, then he was on 15. So year to year is like he's in one, then he's not in the next, he's in one, then he's not in the next. It looks like if the pattern continues, then we will see him next year. At number 5, we got Blake and Murphy, which is another shocker simply because they are contracted by the WWE. These are actually the only guys from this list that, even though they haven't been showcased on television, they are still contracted with the WWE but are not in the game and were last year. Nonetheless, an explanation for this could be the fact that Murphy hasn't been on television this year at all, and in 2017, which is this year, Blake only been on television once. A similar situation happened with the Usos on previous WWE games, where they were basically not used throughout a single year. So even though they were included in a previous year game, they were not included in that specific year that the game came out because of that, because they were not on television. At number 4, one that I'm certainly very sad about, and that is the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg Jesse James. I actually played a couple of good matches with them in WWE 2K17, so it's kinda gonna be a little bit disappointing that we're not gonna be getting them in this year's game. Besides the fact that they're not on WWE television recently, we do know that Road Dogg is backstage and he is a writer for Smackdown Live. But as for Billy Gunn, he is not with the WWE, but he actually been making a lot of appearances in the indie scene, so because of that I could see why WWE didn't approve one or the other. At number 3, we got the Dudley Boyz, which is pretty much almost the same situation as the New Age Outlaws. We got Diva backstage as a WWE producer, but we also got Bully Ray making an impact on the indie scenes once again, well, specifically on Ring of Honor. So again, a very similar situation. At number 2, we got one that barely made it last year because he was released on May 21st last year, and that is Stardust / Cody Rhodes. Now WWE does own the rights to Stardust, but I guess because everybody knows that Stardust is played by Cody Rhodes, who is currently one of the top guys in the indie scenes at the moment, clearly WWE decided not to include him. And at number 1, we probably got the most disappointing one, and that is Austin Aries, who was released by the WWE on July 7, 2017. This is not the most recent release by the WWE, as Eva Marie was, but Austin Aries, he was part of the DLC last year. He was actually the highlight of the DLC in regards to the Future Star Pack DLC, so he was a big part of the game following the launch of it. And it sucks that this year he left the WWE right before WWE 2K18 came out, and even though he was gonna be coming out for the game, obviously, because his contract completely ended with the WWE, unfortunately they couldn't put him in the game. So that is it in regards to the top 10, but like I said, we do got some honorable mentions, and most of these relates to legends and also managers. So in regards to legends, we got Vince McMahon, who I discussed already, but also Albert, Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman, and Papa Shango. Now Papa Shango could be in WWE 2K18, he might as well just be an alternate attire or a duplicate of the Godfather. That could be a surprise that we could see. In regards to the other three legends, not really sure why they didn't make it into the game, especially Albert, considering that he has such a big influence backstage and specifically in developmental. And for managers, even though some of these could be announced, there hasn't been any confirmation about Bobby the Brain Heenan, Lana, Ted DiBiase, and Vince McMahon as a manager. Biggest surprises here is of course Vince McMahon, who I discussed, but also Lana, because she has been on television much more specifically after WrestleMania. So in the end, I would not be surprised if she is announced or if she is part of some type of DLC that is included for WWE 2K18. Nonetheless guys, that is what I have for you guys for this top 10. Make sure that you guys elbow drop that like button if you guys found this informative. Also give me your suggestions down in the comments below which top 10s you guys want to see coming up this Sunday, and also follow me on Twitter to potentially have your tweet feature on that top 10. I should be picking a topic within the next 24 hours. And if you haven't yet, check out the debut top 10 from last Sunday because it's a savage one. Nonetheless, turn on those notifications and subscribe if you haven't, because we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Macho T out. Dig it.